Hello guys, like many of you, I also would like to leave a better place for the next generation. I know many scientists have an idea how to stop global warming, but as I see, they don't know what really caused the problem. Here is a popular idea, what the majority think. As you saw, the main problem is the humanity, or in other words, the human nature. The good news is that this is an absolutely false idea. The bad news is that all the scientists, politicians and rich people didn't realize what caused really the problem, I mean the global warming. This means that they are not able to find the real good solution for this problem. And this is the big problem. I would like to mention a few persons who realized what caused the problem. Madonna, Greta Thunberg and Klaus Schwab. They are looking to the right direction, but without the right solution. So, what caused the global warming? Like Madonna and Greta said, the problem caused by the lifestyle, how we live. I agree with this, but this is not a deep enough answer for this question. There is a deeper reason why we have this problem. But first, I would like to mention an interesting experiment. In 1971, August 14, was a social psychological experiment. It's called the Stanford Prison Experiment. Philip George Zimbardo was the leader of that experiment. He is a psychology professor. He made an important discovery. He discovered that the behavior of the people depends on the situation in which situation they are. During the experiment, even his behavior has been changed and he wasn't able to notice it. The situation exactly the same in the real world. Nowadays, everyone blaming humanity for the problem, but I'm pretty sure if you look around in your friends or if you check the politicians or famous people, everyone wants to leave a better place for the next generation. So it's difficult to find a person who not willing to do this. It's easy to blame an oil company for the problems, but if you would get a chance to speak with those people who running the company, I'm pretty sure you will notice that they are not so evil like many persons think. In a normal, neutral situation, everyone acting normally. But if the situation change, then the problems begin. This moment, our world is our prison. We're living in a world which world is connected in every way. If something happens on the planet, in one side, then the other side of the planet will be affected. This is how our economy were built, and this is how our system were made. As I see, the main problem is the system. The system is the one which caused the problem. This is what Madonna, Greta and Klaus knows, and I agree with them. People in neutral situations behave normally. But when the situations are changing, then the behavior of the peoples are changing too. That's the reason why people say in business has no friendship. So this is a clear proof that this system changing the human behavior. This is the reason why pollution, prostitution, corruption and human trafficking exist, and so on. That is why we must get rid of this system. My system can provide the neutral environment in all fields, so people can behave always in neutral humanitarian way. So the solution, in my opinion, is a new system. Klaus Schwab already have an idea. His idea called the Great Reset. The problem with his idea that he gonna build back an old system in a different color. Like this happened before many times in history. The Great Reset not gonna break this circle. What I suggest is a shutdown. People in the past, they used the barter to exchange products. Later they invented the money system, but now it's really time for the humanity to step to the next level, to the family system. I already introduced you it before, but I didn't told you everything about it. Later I'm gonna make another video about it with more information. Now let's talk about the instant CO2 reduction. Bill Gates and scientists said that if we want to stop global warming, we should reduce the CO2 emission close to the zero. This is a very hard task in the current system. I guess it's impossible in a short period. So what should we do then? It's simple. We should set humanity into the vegetative state. This means that we keep alive only those services in our system which are necessary to humanity to survive. Example, food industry, emergency and security services, and maintenance services. Besides this, we should produce quality products. If we do this, a lot of person gonna be unemployed, and humanity gonna have a lot of free time. That's the reason why, with a good organization, we should fix this issue. The government should teach the people how to be self-sufficient and should provide for the people the right environment. The private petrol cars should be replaced with a good organized electric public transport. People must realize that our future is more important than our comfort, so the government should ban the private petrol cars. The long distance travel should be limited. This means that if people would like to go for a holiday, they should go for a holiday in a few hundred kilometer radius. The long distance travel should be allowed, example, every 5 years. And this is the point now where the entertainment industry and the education became very important. Without the entertainment industry and the education, we cannot develop this plan. The government also should open many public kitchens where the people can eat good, delicious variety of foods, otherwise the plan not gonna work. With the public kitchens we can save a lot of energy, manpower, and we can greatly reduce the waste of the food, and the amount of garbage we can reduce greatly. The government should make new environment protecting laws and programs like mandatory product recycling. This means that if a product broke, the person should bring back the product to the shop or to special places, otherwise he cannot get a new product. Everyone should have only one product from the same type of products, like cars or washing machines and so on. In just months we can greatly reduce the need of the cars globally. The replacement of the petrol cars to electric cars is not an option, because to produce an electric car also causes pollution. This is why we need a good organized electric public transport. I know this is uncomfortable because a lot of persons like to have private car, but this is a necessary step. With this step we can cut down a huge amount of CO2 emission globally. For the replacement of the agricultural machines and the working machines need a little bit more time, but just in a few years I believe that's possible. So just in a few months we can cut down instantly a huge amount of CO2 emission, and in a few years we can get close to the zero CO2 emission, which is the goal of many scientists. Another thing that we should regulate our eating habits. We should eat local foods, not foods from different countries and different continents. This doesn't mean that we cannot eat banana in Europe, example. We can eat, but not daily. We should make, example, a month per year when we can eat quality nice products from different continents. Also, we should use locally made products. I know this is impossible right now, but in a few years, I guess this problem can be solved. These actions can greatly reduce the global traffic. Another thing is the advertisement industry. We should really regulate that. Advertisement industry produce a lot of waste and use a lot of energy and manpower to advertise low quality products and services. Another thing which is very important, all persons should decide what is his goal in his life. Are they willing to leave a better place for the next generation, or are they looking for profit? To leave a better place for the next generation and to earn huge amount of profit, not gonna work. You have to make your choice and then you have to work for it. Do not disturb yourself with the secondly important goals. So that's it. I think this was enough to give you a rough idea to make you think over the solution. And one more thing. First we should think over the problem and involve many persons as possible, even politicians. But this is not enough, because if you remember, Jesus said a camel can go faster into the heaven than a rich person. So just in case, if politicians won't do actions because of some kind of interest in profit, then we should become politicians. Because as you know, no one gonna listen to you in poker if you don't sit down and play at the table. That's the reason why we have to become politicians, because only then politicians gonna take us seriously. If you just go and protest on the streets, you are nothing more than a crying child. So we should make globally, in as much country as possible, political parties with the same goal. The reason why this is very important, because we should give the chance to the voters to vote for a party who really want to stop global warming. Secondly, why is it important this? Because if you make only in one country a political party who fighting for this goal, this political party or the idea can very easily oppressed by, example, a company who has great influence in politics. But if the idea supported with many political party, then to oppress this idea, this goal, is much harder. But this is just an emergency scenario, just in case, if politicians won't listen. Thank you for your attention.